I'm I'm gonna turn her off actually. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Right. So I was using Grok to just ask a few things actually. It was uh, basically can you use trading to like replace a job, and what I did was I kind of said, let me just check this is working okay actually. Actually, Scotty, can you tell me if you can hear me? Otherwise, I'll just have a quick listen here. Yeah, that's okay. All right, cool. Yeah. So I was just asking Grok if I could, how much you'd need to replace an income sort of thing, and it's actually quite a lot, actually, because obviously if you're asking, oh, thanks, Scotty. If you're asking, an AI type thing, they're going very sort of like off risk. Off risk, is that the word? Not risky, So they're talking about trading with like 1% of your capital, and trying to make like, I don't know, $5,000 a month or sort of thing. So yeah, no, I was thinking actually, because I had a very, very brief conversation with Matt the other day, because obviously what he wanted to do was to sort of not renew his contract for his work and do this kind of full time. But obviously that hasn't worked out because we haven't really sold many licenses of Quadzilla yet, but maybe we will. I think we just need more viewers on the channel, I think. So that's the plan, really. But yeah, we were talking very, very briefly. It was just before a stream of the day, and then we had to start the stream, so we never continued the conversation. But it was about could he sort of replace his job with trading? I mean, I suspect because he lives near London, gets like London type money, sort of. He's probably talking quite a lot. So yeah, I don't know, interesting thing really. But I kind of think myself, I kind of like having some sort of income, like from some sort of work that's kind of steady, and then the trading money goes on top of that, really. And I mean, my goal at the moment is I'm trying to get enough for a house, and that's obviously quite a big goal, actually. But anyway, that's my plan. So I probably am taking more risks than I need to be doing. Anyway, yeah. So I was thinking I might make a video about that. I'm not sure if I'll get Grok to help me. Might make sense, maybe. But yeah, I think it might be a good a good sort of subject to think about. Anyway, so the title of today's video was "Has Bitcoin got a surprise in for us for the weekend?" And this is mainly down to the fact that I was looking once again on the daily time frame, looking at this bit here. So look at this 55 EMA, there's 21 EMA, getting super, super close. And I look back in time. Actually, shall I just make this? Let's just do one thing at a time and make that daily. Okay. This is actually the ByBit chart. I always tend to use this for some reason. Anyway, so I was looking at what's been happening. So basically, when was that? That was right at the start of the year. There, we had a little pump at New Year, didn't we? Came back a little bit, and there was this bullish retracement here. Okay, we came back and completed that, and then went up again. So that's good. Okay, we've now actually started getting this like shading between the 55 and the 21 EMA. Now, the way math coded that is it's when they're approaching at a certain rate that it's likely that they will cross. Okay. So what you kind of need to do is just keep an eye on this and watch that it doesn't disappear. I can show you an example in the past, but just before we do that, so you know what we got, when was it, like Sunday? Yeah, last Sunday we were here, right? And then Monday and Tuesday we had that quite big candle, a big daily candle like that. Okay, and then these are getting close. And I was looking back at when this happened before. This was in April. Okay, so what we had there, we didn't actually get, I suppose we did get a kind of bullish retracement there. That was just very, very quick there, wasn't it? Okay. So you can see right at this point here, the shading started to appear just here on like the 23rd of April. Okay. And then they crossed on the 24th of April. But it was preceded by quite a reasonably large daily candle like that. And up it went. And I'm just trying to find another example in the past. And I'm looking for this sort of thing where it's come down like what it has done, you know, because we've come down from the all-time high in a similar fashion now, haven't we? Let me just show you what I mean. So, you know, this kind of like, whee, down we come. And then done a kind of bottom, then on the way back up, hopefully. So let's just find another one like that. So we've just looked at that one there. That was from April last year. So then have we got another one like that? These ones are quite, they're not the big sort of like dump like what we've had. This one's quite good. Okay, let's zoom into this one. So when was this? This was 2022. Now, of course, this is the sort of thing that can happen, right? This one here. So what happened here was it did a similar kind of thing. It bottomed out in kind of January 2022. Then just before here, we didn't really have the big candle like what we've seen then, did we? So this was more it was, however, look at these candles. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 daily candles all green in a row. That's quite good, isn't it? So that was looking very good. And anyway, they went up, and then on the way up, at this point, you'd probably been, you know, wary when this bullish retracement thing appeared here, because obviously that was going to come back and complete that, which is what it did, and that brought it down again. So that one, not so good. However, later on, this is more like what's happening now, isn't it? And unfortunately, this is what could happen, is these EMAs got really, really close. It looked like it was going to cross, but it didn't. And down we went. But if you notice there, so you got the bit of shading, then that disappeared. So that would have been the warning sign that they probably weren't going to cross. And then down we came, okay? However, what happened when we got to the bottom? Okay, well, this didn't work out very well either, did it? Because we got the cross there, and then it came back pretty quick. Okay, so we're going to have to be careful just in case something like this does happen. I'm just trying to think how we could be aware of that. When was that? That was November 2022. I can't remember what happened then. Oh, was that the FTX thing? I think it was, wasn't it? Let me check. When was FTX collapse? November 2022. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so that was. So that was the FTX collapse. Okay, so if that hadn't have happened, that might have gone up and carried on. Okay, so yeah, again, I need to be on the lookout for like big news, big black swans, that kind of thing. Okay, so the FTX thing happened, and then we ended up here. Now, what happened here? These didn't actually approach at a rate big enough to do the shading. I don't think. No, they didn't, did they? But we did get a bullish retracement there. Okay. So I suppose really, you know, bear in mind you'd had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd had 5 green daily candles in a row before you got the cross. So that was probably a pretty good sign that we were going to go up. I don't think we ever came back there again, did we? No, because that was down at 16 grand. We're still there, actually. I mean, still, you know, that level is still there. Okay, so that's what happened there. Was there another one? I suppose this one here. When was that? That was the summer of 21. That was my weird year. So at this point here, we'd had these amazing bunch of daily candles in a row, all green. Cross bullish there. Look how good Quadzilla is. We got a bullish retracement there in August 2021. Right, we went up from 39 grand up to 52, and then came back down there. Completed that retracement, and then went off to make an all-time high in November 2021. Yeah, very cool. All right. So I suppose the multiple green daily candles is definitely a feature, isn't it? Which I don't think we have at the moment. What was going on here? That was a weird bit, wasn't it? September 20. This was about when I first started the channel, actually, around about here. Because I remember thinking, like, I'll only buy Bitcoin if it's below 10 grand. Amazing, isn't it? So, yeah. So this one here, when they finally crossed for good, yeah, we did have a bunch of green daily candles in a row. All right. Okay, so we know what we're looking out for. Let's just go back to today. Right. So we have had 1, 2, 3, 4 daily green candles. And we've had a red one yesterday, and today's one is a little bit red as well. Okay. I think what we need is we need a good close today, don't we? We need a good close today. But that will just trying to think how that's going to leave the CME. We really need a pump today rather than over the weekend, don't we? Because if we have a pump over the weekend, we're going to have a CME gap down here, and then we're going to have to come back down next week maybe, which probably will negate the crossing of these EMAs here. So that's a possibility. But anyway, this here on the daily is something that I'm paying a lot of attention to. And you know, for those who weren't aware of what I was up to last November, was I was looking at the Bitcoin price on the well, I was actually looking at it on the 3-day chart for quite a while, and I was noting this green background here. Okay, and that had only happened well, hadn't happened for a long time, actually. The time before that was here in January 2023. And then what I did was I looked at it on the 4-day time frame. And you can see we had this kind of like, we had two, is that 2 candles? Is that 2 or 3? That's 1, 2. No, it's actually, yeah, we actually had three candles of green background there on the 4-day time frame. And that really had not happened very much at all. And I think I remembered what I was looking at on the 3-day. I think I was looking on the index chart. I think it's this one here. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we had something like a super up or something like that on the 3-day chart. Whatever it was something that hadn't really ever happened much before, you know. And it was looking really, really good. And that was obviously down in November when we were down at 80.5k. So obviously we're up like 15 grand from there. So that's good. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, it's not looking brilliant though, because we've got these EMAs coming together in a kind of like bearish way. Having said that, this purple background appeared here at early hours this morning. It did disappear slightly, and it's come back now about 3 hours ago. This would be amazing if these EMAs didn't cross and we actually went up. So I think we're at a bit of a knife edge. I mean, to me, this looks like it's going to come back and do that level there. So what I'm hoping is that it will do something like it will come down. I don't know, maybe at New York Open, some like wick down to there and then go up, right? Hopefully that will give eventually a bullish cross here with the hourly EMAs, the yellow and green ones. And then maybe over the weekend or early next week, we'll be looking at that bullish cross of the daily EMAs. That's kind of what I'm looking at anyway. Right, that's a big ramble. Let's have a look what the comments are saying. Okay, thanks, that's Scotty. Is it just you and me here today? I think it is actually. I know we've got Crypto J's here as well. Yeah, I don't know why actually. I think it's because I sort of lost the plot slightly yesterday and started rambling on about nothing really. So I was thrown slightly because I was kind of ready just to sit back and listen to Maff, and then Maff had to go. So that's the thing. Don't think he can make it today, but he said he'd pop in if he could. Right. Shall we turn the lights low, put some music on, let our bodies swing to the soft song? Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? But Crypto J's here anyway. Hi guys. And me. Oh, Mr. Delta's here. Great. And Blaze London. Oh, look, the coach has arrived. Excellent. Actually, thinking about it, what we got? We got 2 people on Maftopia, and 9 on Save with Crypto YouTube. I'm quite tempted actually to. I might just swap the Twitter. Twitter. Actually, no, I won't. No, I'll leave that going on. I'll leave that going on Math Stream. I was thinking that if I copy it to my X account as well, because I've got a few more subscribers than Math. I don't know if that would bring a few more people along. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I haven't got tons to say really. It is It is Friday, so I'm actually going to look at Chippy as well. But I think what I should do for safety reasons is I should just run my disclaimer. Please note that this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not financial advice. Any information or opinions provided are not guaranteed to be accurate or complete. Always conduct your own research before making any financial decisions. A full legal disclaimer is in the description of each video and live stream. There you go. Okay. Right. Now, as it's Friday, I did also want to look at this.
On Free Chippy Friday, we gather and munch. Golden fish and chips, the perfect lunch. By the seaside with girls in a flock. We savor the moment on Chippy Watch. Chippy Watch.
Yeah, I just thought I'd do this because this is looking pretty good actually. So this is TMG's coin, Chippy. I think me and Maff have both got some of it. I probably got a little bit too much of it, to be honest, actually, but that's probably not a bad thing. I did actually buy. I think I bought my first $500 worth. I bought that in October 2024. So that was here, wasn't it? So I probably bought it, yeah, around about that 0.004 price, maybe. So from there, I mean, this was like the initial amount. I think it was about there. So down to where we are now. So yeah, so I've lost about 60% of the value of the initial stuff, but I did buy some more on the way down. So I'm not sure what my average is. It's probably not brilliant. I'm probably still down a little bit. But what we were noting about this most of last year really was the fact that even here, you know, for a token that most of last year had a market cap of like less than 1 million, the price looked like it was on its way down to this retracement level here, and we were thinking, well, is it going to do that, you know? And we kind of convinced ourselves that it did it in November, but it didn't really. It was about like $50 off, I think. Not $50, 50, a little bit. It was like a little bit off, and then it went back up again. But then it came down. It came down here in later in November, and it did complete that bullish retracement thing there. So to me, it looks good to go to there, doesn't it? That would be really nice, wouldn't it? So what this kind of means is that it's probably like an 80% increase, and I think it will double from here. I can't see why it won't. If you look at it on lower time frames, like the 1 hour, you can see that all that's happening here is we came up to this retracement level here. This is a bearish one, so obviously we kind of like bounce back a little bit. We'll probably go for that again, and then we got these like green ones to complete here. So you know, it'll probably like stair step its way up, and you know, get up to there, and yeah, I think we'll get to this level fairly quick. How far is that? That's like, you know, 45%. Which is really cool. And the way this thing works is what you have to do is you have to own, I think it's 250,000 Chippy, which is about $500. And then if you got that, then it entitles you to free fish and chips on a Friday. And so that's what the initial amount I got back whenever it was, October 2024. But what that meant was when the price was down here and I was getting me free fish and chips on a Friday, they were sending us about, I think it was about like $12 worth of Chippy tokens, which was kind of well, the idea is it's enough to cover your fish and chips. So the price there was like 0.000735. So hang on, let's work this out. So I'll get my calculator out. You can't see it, but it doesn't matter. I'll tell you the result. So it meant, what did I say? 0.0. Right, so 0.0037. That's right. So Chippy a few weeks ago was worth 0.00. Oh God, this is in Solana though, isn't it? Okay, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Chippy was worth about 0.000375. We were getting about 12,000 Chippy. So let's work that out. 1, 2, 3, 12,000. So that was coming out at about, that's not right. It says 4.5 Solana. That can't be right, can it? Right. I've obviously got this all wrong, haven't I? Right. I might have to go away and do some sums. Anyway, the point being is the 15 or $12 worth of Chippy we were getting at Christmas time is now worth 127% more. So where I got like $15 worth of Chippy, that's now worth about sort of like $30. So it's quite cool, actually. I think it's quite good. I didn't actually buy any when it was super low down here, but I did get the rebate from the fish and chips, So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the project, but I believe it's getting to the testing stage now for the next stage of it. So I think this is going to be good. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping for the I don't know, much higher thing. I mean, it's like a meme coin, but it's got a utility. So it's going to do well. It's on Solana, so that's always a good thing. Anyway. That is Chippy. Let's have a quick look at the comments. Right. The boys are here. Excellent. Oh yeah, Nick's here. Brilliant. Okay, right. Got the full team. Crypto Bash is here. Brilliant. Right, Scotty, XTP, Ek post yesterday. We have listed on a new exchange and we'll be releasing the information once the new exchanges is being integrated. We'll see. Yeah, I know a little bit more actually. I don't want to say too much right now though. But I was talking to that Roman guy from the XTP team, and he was saying, I have to be careful what I say now, but it's basically that Arson, the boss of TAP, he was actually really upset by the fact that people interpreted the actual results that came out on New Year's Day, I think it was, or the 2nd. People interpreted the results wrong, and consequently the price dumped. So we're going to talk about that on Tuesday. Basically, what's going to happen is Rome and me and Maff are going to get together on Tuesday evening, record a discussion. We're not going to do it like questions like what I did before. It's just going to be like, there's going to be some topics we will discuss. But pardon me. But I believe it's going to be about new exchanges, GBP loading, and some of the stuff that we can't talk about. And also, we're going to discuss the share price as well, because the share price actually went down quite a bit, which was not quite what we expected. So, yeah. So we're going to do that on Tuesday. I'm guessing there probably won't be much editing to do of it. So I'll probably do that on Wednesday. Then I'll aim to get the XTP video out on Thursday, I think. And also, what's really, really good about that is Roman spoke to Arson about this channel, and he said, would he be prepared to come on a call and talk about XTP with us? And he said, yeah, when we've got the new features ready to go. So that's going to be really cool to have him actually on the stream. And I'm not sure if we'll do it as a live stream or if we do it as a recording. It might make more sense as a recording, actually. In which case we'll probably do it with, like, say, like the four of us, me, Maff, Roman, and Arson. I think that would be brilliant. I think that might be the sort of thing that might actually help the amount of subscribers on this channel. I think that would be really, really good. So very much looking forward to that, and massive thanks to Roman for sorting that out. If you don't know, Roman is a guy from the XTP Tap Global Telegram group. He's always quite helpful and vocal in the Telegram group. He's a big holder of XTP. He's a big holder of Tap Global shares. He's a big user. He's a top level, prestige card tier person. And he does really, really believe in the future of the company. He doesn't work for them. He never has. He's just very enthusiastic about the project. And I thought he was, I thought he was from somewhere in Europe. I thought he was like, I don't know, Greek or something like that. It turns out he's Welsh. He lives near Cardiff somewhere. So yeah, but anyway, very nice fella. Very much looking forward to talking to him on Tuesday. So that's going to be cool. So I think XTP has got a future. I looked at the amount I've got on the app today, and I can't believe it, because I actually went up to not the top tier, but I keep saying it's premium. I think it's called Premier. I think to the Premier tier, and I did that because XTP had a little spike last year, and when it did, my amount went over £20,000. So at that point, I sort of grabbed that tier, and I looked at it the other day, and it's down to like 3,000. So that's pretty rubbish, isn't it? Yeah, but hopefully that'll be a lot more one day. I did actually lock my tokens, and I remember thinking at the time, actually, I remember thinking like, well, that's them locked until like for 12 months, and that was June the 1st. So June the 1st doesn't sound that far away now. So it's amazing how fast time goes and how slowly things happen at XTP. But anyway, but yeah, I'm actually going to make a post about the demise of Probit as well, because a lot of people haven't quite understood exactly what's going on there and the winding down process, But yeah, overall with XTP, I'm actually quite hopeful about that. Blaze is saying, Chippy, it's had a good little move up recently. Any tap updates? Okay. Should we be DCAing, or is it struggling with GBP? Yeah, again, Roman is very, very confident that GBP loading is going to happen in Q1. Hello, Maff.
Hello. Hi.
Right there.
Made it.
Yeah, so I mean, tap's a weird one, but it's like it is really, really down at the moment. The problem you got at the moment is actually buying the stuff, because you've got the Probit exchange, but you can't deposit on there. I'm not. I think you could withdraw from there a few weeks ago, but the whole exchange is closing down like next month. So if you're doing it on the app, I'm not quite sure exactly what that's using. I know it used to use originally Bittrex, and then it was Probit. So I don't actually know what happens. I've never actually used the Tap app for trading anything, because you don't know what price you're getting, and I'm just not a market buy person. I'm a limit buy person. So that's what's happening there. But yeah, but I don't know if you missed it, Maff, but I was saying like we're going to do that recording next Tuesday with me, you, and Roman. But also he said that sometime in the future, when they've got things like the GBP loading, Arson's quite happy to come and do a video with us as well.
Oh, that'd be superb. Because it's funny, because I was just thinking, well, kind of while I was brushing my teeth this morning, why aren't we getting Arson on the show? This show needs more arson, doesn't it? Definitely.
You were thinking about arson when you were brushing your teeth. Okay.
Yeah, not quite sure. I should have thought that through a bit more before. I was doing something anyway. Yeah.
No, he's up for it. Because I don't know. I think at first they saw me as a bit of a threat because I used to sort of. I don't know. I was kind of like I was a bit hot and cold in the Telegram group. I was kind of like, oh, this is good, and then it's this is getting worse, and then
just kind of telling it like it is. That's the thing. I mean, that's something that should be of value to them because there's fairness in it, isn't there? It's not like a perma bear about XGP or anything like that. It's just when it's good, you say good things. When it's bad, you say bad things.
Yeah, so, I mean, my biggest gripe at the moment is the fact that I've got the app, I've got the second highest card tier. I don't use it. I don't use it because there's no GBP loading. I did use it in Spain a little bit. Having said that, my cards ran out now, and they want €10 to replace the card. And I know it's only €10 or £10. I'm not sure. And that lasts for 3 years, obviously. But like, even though I think with the kind of like, I think with one of the higher tiers, you should be getting the card for free, shouldn't you? Really,
Yeah.
Was
it because you hadn't been using it?
No, it's just because it ran out. It's literally when your card runs out. Like when your card runs out, that your bank normally sends you a new one.
Yeah.
It's just that, really. But they're not going to send me a new one because.
But they're the ones that have expired it. I mean, obviously it has an expiration date, but they're the ones that put that in place. Well, so then they're just like, oh, sorry, it's expired, isn't it? Nothing we can do. But they made it expire, so and they're charging you for that.
Yeah, I mean, they send it to me for free in 2023, and. So I kind of assume that I get a new one, but it's like yet another reason not to use it, because I'm thinking, well, okay, well I know I get 6% cash back, but I get it back. I get it back in a token that's locked for 12 months, and I don't know what it's going to be worth in 12 months.
It made me realise now because I'm not going to dox myself on air, but that's mine. It's my tap card there, but this one expires 03/26. So quite soon.
Yeah.
I hadn't really thought about that.
Yeah. So you're going to be in the same boat, sort of. Do you ever use yours or not?
No. For exactly. I mean, I completely would. I'd be using it all the time and thinking like, I'm accumulating this shitcoin, but at least it's accumulating, and at some point I think it won't be a shitcoin. It'll be a valuable memory of the crypto community, So it's and come and pick me up.
No, it's not actually. It's it's the other one. Okay, no, I'll call her in a bit. I think she should probably realise I'm on a stream.
Okay, yeah. So hurry up.
Okay. Oh god, I'm just completely thrown. Oh yeah, so accumulation of shitcoin. I mean that is the thing actually. When I was just talking about Chippy, actually, I was saying that the cool thing about it was like the rewards I got for like fish and chips round about Christmas time are now worth about sort of $35. Like the per meal. So because it was a proper shitcoin like a month ago, and now it's a little bit better. So
yeah, definitely, it's
So if you were to think a similar thing with Tap, where like think, well, okay, it's on its arse now, it's really like pretty bad. And but if you're getting 6% back, and then in 12 months it might be worth more,
Yeah.
But it just need to see things happening. Anyway, what I was going to say was they were always a bit wary about me in the Telegram thing, but I think Roman had a word about me, and said he's all right actually, because even that Stelina person, who's the one who just like argues with everyone and then bans them, she actually approached me and she said like, well, no, what it was, she approached me and said like, are you an affiliate? And I said, well, I used to be, but the guy who was doing it just disappeared, and it's a bit weird actually, because I said it was a guy. I spoke to him on the phone. He had an English accent. It sounded like he was from Manchester, and his name was oh god, it was George. No, it was weird because it sounded like he was from Manchester, but his name was Geordie Nakamoto.
Okay.
But he definitely wasn't a Geordie though. But anyway, I said like he was the affiliate guy, and then he just disappeared, and then I believe you stopped doing the affiliate thing, and she said no, we still do it. And I said, well, the last commission I had was like in 2023, so but she actually said, oh, I'll help you onboard you as an affiliate then, and I was like, yeah, okay. That was a few weeks ago, and then I couldn't be bothered to talk to her, to be honest. But
things might well change next week, though. I think.
It was
Roman and hopefully Arson after that.
It might be. Actually, maybe I'll add that as a topic to talk about, because I think with these things as well, if it is something like that, I mean, a good way to get the word out and stuff is to have an affiliate or at least a referral thing, so you actually get people doing it. I don't know if you remember, but that's how Gmail took off, wasn't it? Because originally, when you couldn't just get a Gmail account, you had to be referred by someone, and everyone had like 5 invites they could give away. Do you remember that or not? No. With
Gmail, well, no, I mean, I remember being one of the early adopters of Gmail, which means that my I shouldn't really say, but my Gmail address was a good one. I didn't have to add like 1, 2, 3, several more digits after the name or anything like that. It was an original. That really was quite early on.
All right, so you just maff@gmail.com.
It actually isn't, but I'm sure that someone who uses that address is now going to get a barrage of emails from.
No, I'm the same. I got save@gmail.com. Who'd have thought, eh? And but no, initially with that, it was my nephew actually who he said, "Oh, do you want an invite to Gmail?" It was almost like he was telling me, something dodgy or something, And but of course that made it all a bit special, And then it's like, "Oh, I've got an invite for Gmail," and it made it a lot more desirable than just go here and sign up.
I mean, it's scarcity, isn't it? I got this thing that you haven't, or that no one else has.
So the idea of someone sending someone an invite and they get a $5 or something, that's really good. So there's like, but as I say, we'll have a talk about that on Tuesday, and then then we can see what we do.
Yeah, Mr. Delta is just saying I used my tap card on my windscreen yesterday to describe the ice off.
That's pretty much what mine's going to become. But no, I may as well use it as that now because it's expired.
I mean, but it means it's still got utility. So
Brilliant.
But I mean, and it work, and that works in the UK essentially.
Nick saying, "I think it's perfect for short." What is?
Where's? How far back are we getting?
I don't know.
Where's that?
What?
A
Nick?
Oh, yeah, I think it's perfect for a short. Was that like way back in the comments?
I don't know. It was. Yeah, it might be actually. Yeah.
Okay. So, is it for XTP or Chippy?
Oh,
yeah. So the last thing before that was Chippy. So probably Chippy, because I guess it has pumped, isn't it? So, yeah.
Yeah, you can't really short it because it's not on any exchanges really. So not at the moment anyway. So probably won't be actually ever actually.
So it'd be ripe for a sell, I guess. So you could, in that sort of way, and obviously with the purpose of the idea to rebuy lower if it goes lower. That's always a thing.
Yeah, I used to really struggle with the concept of shorting actually in the early days, and even now when you tell people, if people don't know about trading, and you say, well, basically you effectively sell something that you don't own, and then buy it back at a lower price, and then you don't own it either, and
yeah.
Which is sort of it, isn't it? Explain that to normal people, and they're like, "What?"
Well, I suppose because then you start to explain it, and then actually start to think, "Oh, hang on, yeah, how can that possibly work?" But it's a bit like leasing a car, I think. So you put all that money into leasing the car over several years, and at the end of it, you basically paid the price for a new car, and then you at the end you don't own the car. So
that's right. Yeah.
And that's shorting because cars obviously depreciate. So you're betting on the price of the car going down, which it will.
Well, that's it's shorting from the car dealer's point of view.
Well, from the buyer's point of view. So if I'm going to lease a car, I because I know at the start the value of the car is going to go down. It always depreciates.
Right.
So I'm going to lease, and then at the end of it, I won't own the car. It doesn't make sense at all. It's just in the sense that, because you're saying like at the end, whatever asset you're shorting or whatever, you end up not owning it anyway. So
it's more like your mate's got a nice car.
So you throw a brick through the windscreen.
No, your mate's got a nice car, but he's going travelling around the world for like a year, right? So for 5 years. So meanwhile, you say, "Oh, can I borrow your car?" And he says, "Yeah, fine." So you borrow his car, right? You sell it, and then 5 years before he comes back, you buy another one the same as it, which is obviously worth bugger all by then, and then give him his car back. And there you go. There's your car.
Yeah, okay. Because so it is like a contract for difference or something. Because you kind of have to, you really have no choice but to buy the car back or buy an equivalent at the end to give back to him. Yeah.
Bitcoin's having I was hoping it'd come down to that retracement there. Come down. Anyway, so do you want to just whiz through them comments again?
Yeah, sure. I mean, how far did we get?
I don't know.
Well, Scotty was saying, "Hi there, pop pickers." Hi there, pop pickers. That's kind of a voice. Well, I did a very bad. It wasn't even an impression. But anyway, that's a voice from the past, isn't it?
It's a voice from the 70s. So yeah, you showing your age there, Scotty. And obviously, I did by knowing what he was talking about.
Yeah, true.
Loud
and clear, bro.
Well, I was just checking my audio,
Okay, sure. Is it just you and me here today? Yes, yeah.
Well, it's not now, is it? It's full house.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, quite a few people especially for a Friday. Fridays tend to be a bit on the lower side, don't they, with these things? Shall we turn the lights low? Put some music on. Anyway, moving on. Hey guys, hey Crypto J123. and me. Yeah, there's people in the house.
Yeah,
I'm here. Yeah. The boys are back in town. Blah blah blah. Nick K. Hi. Crypto Bash Chippy.
Yeah, I did discuss Chippy a little bit.
It's very the South Park thing is Chippy. Anyway, it always for some reason just makes you think of that. Especially in the Telegram group or on X, you see people posting like Chippy, and I immediately just think of that.
I tell you what, I don't understand. What are them raids all about? What is that?
I was kind of wondering. I assume it's like if everyone just goes and kind of retweets it or whatever at that point, to just give it some momentum. I've never really known, but I assumed that's what it is, because most of that stuff on Telegram, I just think it's just
I can't stand it.
No, it's horrible. It's lots of noise and very little signal, I think.
Yeah.
So, and just animated memes being posted like 20 in a row down the screen. It's like, for God's sake, just shut up. Anyway, so did this start the XTP chats, like X post yesterday?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Which is when I started talking about the thing we're going to record next Tuesday. Yeah.
So we have listed on a new exchange, and that's exciting. I didn't know that.
I don't actually believe them.
So that this will be followed by 6 months of it's out of our hands. What we're going to do, and then eventually something might happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know.
It'll be long after this relief rally. Anyway, that's kind of the unfortunate thing. So same with Chippy, I think, as well, because it's the same. Like, Chippy 2.0 is ready, but it's going to be after the relief rally. There wasn't really an altcoin season, so it'd be one to accumulate, I think, as it's always been so far, but to accumulate for a bit longer, like into September-ish maybe, and then the prices of general things should start to go up then.
Yeah, I mean the things with Tap, there's no mention of that on their X account, so I kind of assume that that they've put it on an exchange, but we're not going to tell you which one it is, and no, that's the end of that, really. I don't know. Yeah. You'll know about it soon. I think that's
essentially. That's
probably
when you see it, you'll know. Yeah. So I still hold all my Chippy, waiting for V2 to launch. Yeah. Good luck. But although I genuinely hope it does launch soon, but, I want Chippy to pump. It's become a bit. Do you remember Duke Nukem?
No.
And the sort of video game that there was Duke Nukem. Then that was a great success as a sort of very early 3D sort of pew 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 kind of running around shooting everyone game, and it's kind of a rival to either Doom or Quake back at the time. I think it was a rival to Doom, but then because Duke Nukem was such a success, they said, we're going to put out an amazing sequel, and it's going to be the best ever, with Duke Nukem Forever, and it became just notorious. It's like the vaporware. It just never came out, and decades later, they're still working on it. They were still like, we had to reset it because 3D technology has advanced and game technology has advanced such a long way. We have to keep starting again from scratch, but we're going to get there, and it's still going to be the best ever. So, but anyway, it's starting to get slight Duke Nukem Forever vibes with Chippy Forever, I think. But fingers crossed they get it sorted soon and released. So, I'm vegetarian. Can I just get chips?
I don't believe you can, unfortunately. I think that's against the rules. I think it does involve a fish. I know, because I'm a bit of, as I dropped my younger daughter off this morning, I was saying, what do you think about the chippy thing today? Because I don't know, I'm not quite enjoying it as much as I was actually, and it'd be quite good to have something different, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's tricky vegetarian. You could have fish cakes. They haven't got much fish in them. I don't want any fish. Scotty Charisma 5310. Indeedy. Sounds positive. £1 XTP incoming. Hope so. Wouldn't that be nice?
That'd probably be the last you see of me.
Yeah. Be retiring to your I don't know, just Hebridean island or something, out at Hebrides. So,
no, I'm not going anywhere colder than here.
No.
I refuse to go
to house.
I refuse to go further north, and I can't really go much further south, so without going to the sea. So,
well, there's a Scilly Isles. That'd be nice.
Actually, I haven't been there, but I've heard very good things actually, and the weather's not quite as crap as here. So
no, it benefits a lot from the Gulf Stream, I think, and it's
indeed,
just so worth checking out. You and your winking mic.
Is that mine or yours?
I think it was yours. It did go a bit winky when earlier on. Yeah, not it's been fine for a while now, but it was just not long after I joined.
Sorry.
I think I had that effect, obviously. Oh yeah, the windscreen thing. I think maybe. Oh, we caught it. Oh God, there's been a whole load more, which is good. Actually. G'day lads from Townsville. Got my late note.
Okay.
I've got to work on that accent.
Was that your Aussie accent?
Yeah. So yeah, hey Aussie.
You have to say the classic phrase, don't you? Which is like,
sorry, just
throw another snag on the barbie.
Yeah. I quite like Scotty's comment, but probably shouldn't. So, not off. Oh yeah. Pot pickers.
Oh, that was not off. That was God.
What was his name? Is it Alan something?
Oh God!
I think Alan Partridge. But,
it wasn't Alan Freeman.
Sorry. Yes, it was Alan Freeman. Wow. Okay.
God, why was that buried in my brain? Like, obviously, I haven't said that word since the 70s. You know.
Yeah, you might have to go and have a lie down now after that. So Scotty saying fish cakes have got fish in them. Yeah, but not much. They haven't got much fish in them.
Yeah, you could be a pescatarian for a day, surely.
Yeah, surely. For the sake of getting some free chippy coins.
Yeah. Or to be honest, if anything in a sort of batter, and then sort of just make sure it doesn't say so on the receipt. Or and you could probably fool them.
Yeah. Have your thumb just settling over the itemised bit. Get a jumbo sausage. Yeah, quite right.
Just get something incredibly unhealthy and deep fry it in batter.
Yeah. So I think that's actually very sensible advice there, Maddie. So XTP at £1 gives me Fu Manchu money. Indeed. I think it would give me FU money as well. I've been there. Oh, the Scilly Isles. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Never knew that. You never told me that.
Well, it's a bit of a dark horse, that Mr. Delta, I think. Alan Friedman. Is that a chippy joke? Or is that actually how you spelled it?
No, I think he was just Alan Freeman, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna Google him now.
I just wrote it.
God, he was actually Australian British.
What does that mean exactly?
I don't know. Because you can't be born in both countries at the same time, can you? That's like ridiculous.
I mean, obviously, yeah.
No, he was
Dual
born
citizenship, but I wonder which was first.
He was born in Melbourne and then lived in the UK for 40 years. And he died at the age of 79.
Oh, yeah.
That's not too bad, is it?
Yeah, it's good innings. Yeah.
Anyway, so it's Freeman, not Fried, man. So, yeah. Do you remember his nickname?
I feel like I should. I'll know it as soon as you say it, but no.
Yeah, Fluff.
Did I know that?
I don't know. Oh. Which is a bit of a dodgy name if you work for the BBC.
That's true. Yeah.
So what's your speciality there? Oh, Fluffer.
Yeah. Okay. Things are popping into my head. I mustn't say that.
Oh God. Okay. But,
sure.
Anyway.
Shall I do a bit of TA?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say because I did actually notice actually. I just flipped over to the index chart with 1 minute, and it did come down and do that retracement thingy there, and it did a little bearish one down there, and that did a quick step 1 and 2. Anyway, that probably is the cue for this.
Well, okay. Gosh. Okay. With all of that just done, I don't really know what I'm going to talk about. Let's have a quick look at this. So, you know what? One thing that I was doing, so you inspired me to start looking at charts more on the 1 minute time frame. So if we do that,
that's not always a good idea, though.
No, but. And also I rediscovered the order blocks fair value gap and breaker structure indicator, which I'd just kind of forgotten about, and it was always there. I just didn't have it switched on, and it's that sort of thing. So, because like using that, so again,
it's a bit like a sandwich toaster, isn't it? You know.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's like just there in the back of the cupboard. It's like, when do we even buy that? You know, what does it do?
I think all students got issued one when they left home.
It's true. Yeah, from the student union. Oh, and here's your Breville toaster. Yeah,
they get an air fryer there.
Yeah, the times have changed.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then kind of getting the thing out and then trying it once. The smoke alarm goes off or whatever, and thinking, oh right, that's why it got banished to the back of the cupboard, and back in it goes. With this, so essentially, using the order block and etc. indicator in conjunction with Quadzilla is amazing. They do give you quite an edge. Well, Quadzilla gives you an edge anyway, obviously, but combined with this, because it's just kind of, it gives you just more structure. It's like kind of like seeing the matrix or whatever. You know, you're just kind of viewing. You just get more of a picture of how everything's like fitting together, where the price is going to likely head to, and all those kinds of good things. So, what was I going to point out? Oh, maybe it's on Solana. So I'm just jumping around a little bit on this. Switch off that SMA. And just from having rabbited on about that, I'm going to switch it off for a little while. So that's kind of good. The the retracement channel just here, there's a fairly short-lived one, but what it did mark out was the fact that so the Solana price here has been very much in the sort of premium half of that. So it's been between this level, this retracement level, and this retracement level there at 143.5. So like when the market is in balance like that, as I was saying before, it kind of wants to return to there. But here is very much out of balance in that it got kind of pulled up in this direction, and now obviously it's being pulled down in this direction. So just kind of interesting that it actually touched down on that midway, the 50% level, the fair value level, and in fact now it's kind of like interacting with that level a little bit. What you can also use with that, what I've been using more and more, is just the 9 EMA. So the fact that it's below the 9 EMA, and it's kind of struggling at the moment. It's going to come up obviously, but it's like it's struggling to get back up into the premium zone here. And so I think the confirmation there would be that it's closed above there, which it has done, and that it gets above the 9 EMA and kind of closes above that, which it just failed to do so far. Actually touched it and coming back down. So if that happens, then, and if it stays below that, then probably down to reclaim that retracement level before it bounces back up, I would think. And because it's on the 1 minute, we can probably just watch for a little while, and it's just hypnotized. Which way is it going to go? Really do wonder. It's just that level, isn't it? Just because that's in fact been fairly relevant all along there. Will this let me draw in or actually, if I draw it in as a box rectangle. Started up a new one there. That's kind of interesting. So I was going to say this, maybe from there. I don't know. It's just brought back all the drawings and things. Just slightly above. It's kind of there. In fact, probably the top of those lines really. In fact, where that retracement level is. Go and do that. Was that just a thing that I drew behind it? I'm just going to delete all of these and then just redraw that in. And this time I can try and draw it properly as well. So it's funny, isn't it? So this new range that it's formed. So it's still got this, treating this retracement level as a price magnet. So there's still that kind of, it's trying to be pulled back down to that level, see where that liquidity is. But it's still fighting against that 9 EMA. Wants to get above it. Kind of completed that retracement level, which I guess has gone to its it's into its step 3 now, and it's kind of like below. So you'd expect a bit of droppage there. Price is compressing, isn't it? Well, not anymore. It was. That rather suggests it's just going to explode. But shall I commit? Just explode probably to the downside.
Yeah, I was wondering which way you were going to say actually, but yeah,
as it explodes to the upside.
Well, to be honest, actually, I was looking at something earlier on with Bitcoin sort of thing, and I was looking at the EMAs on the 1 hour, and I I was thinking it's on a bit of a knife edge, and I now think it's going to go down. So in which case, I think Solana's going to come down as well.
Okay, yeah,
for a bit,
yeah. So currently at 143.3. That's obviously because we are just on the 1 minute. That's not very far down to 143.07. But what's it doing? I don't know. It's looking very, very short-term positive, I think, as it turns out. It's still that 9 EMA. It can't get above it. Oh, there you go. Having said that, but if it stays above, it needs to close above it, then really kind of close another candle still above it. There we go. Yeah, just about closed above it, and it is heading up. In which case, let's switch on our old friends again. Does that give us much? Not really. Not at the moment. Anyway, sorry, just getting tangled up. Maybe that's starting to be a bit like watching paint dry now. But what's it doing?
Okay.
Now it's kind of bouncing off that level, isn't it? With the retracement level there. Is that now become support? I wonder.
Well, what's it like on I mean, what's the 1 hour looking like, for example?
1 hour is. Okay.
Because to me, Bitcoin looks really quite positive on the sort of like tiny time frames, but like on the 1 hour, it looks like it's about to dump actually.
Yeah. There's a lot here that's suggesting it might be wanting to, but it's on here. It is doing like sort of low, slightly higher low. Could count as a higher low. Well, I suppose it is higher low. So it's certainly trending that way. We've got the faster EMAs are poised to cross bullish. So if that trend continues, and in fact it's obviously well above the 9 EMA there, and in fact it's just kind of plopped above the 55 EMA, isn't it? Which is pretty good going. So yeah, is that? I guess if we should I switch over to Bitcoin actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind actually, because I'm just a bit confused about what I think is going to happen actually. I think it is very, very knife edge at the moment actually.
Yeah.
It's one way or the other. That's for sure.
Yeah. Or one way or the other, or sideways. So
yeah.
It's a coin flip, isn't it? Where it just lands on its edge. I guess because we kind of drew in these like before over like several previous of these TA sessions. So and it's definitely continued that kind of upward move, like higher low, all the way up, and kind of pumped. So potential continuation formation there. It's bouncing off of that order block there. So that was very much resistance for a long time, with a kind of liquidity lurking in there. But now it's kind of potentially forming support. So I'll switch on the. Oh yes, this is on the daily. I'll switch on the SMA. That's the actually which one was it? I can't remember. Yeah, the 200 SMA. So on this one, I think it was actually Crypto Rover. I think I saw maybe on X. I can't remember, but he was kind of pointing out that in each of these relief rallies after the sort of bull market peak and so on, and kind of like that final relief rally that we get just heading into the bear market, the price so far each time in these cycles it's invariably, or in this cycle rather, is invariably kind of just reached up to the 200 simple moving average,
right,
and then bounced away from there, and then that's like, relief rally over, and just so here that's and specifically on the daily, I think. So it's kind of touching like 106. I thought it was going to be a bit high. I thought it was actually going to be 108, but 106, 105, 106 would be the thing. I mean, obviously that's going to continue to come down while it's heading up to meet it. So by the time it gets to there, it might be 105, say.
Yeah. So when I started the stream off today, I was actually talking about the Bitcoin on the 1 day, and I was looking down at the 55 and 21 EMAs, because to me they're getting nice and close now, and I think they will cross sometime in the next week or so.
Yeah,
if not sooner. But it's a matter of what we do until then. I mean, it can wiggle around quite a lot, and they still can cross, can't they? So but there again, on the 1 hour, the 1 hour is looking a bit more dodgy at the moment, with the kind of opposite, opposite kind of thing, really.
Sure. So I'll jump to that in just 1 second. I just want to point out first that so among the slightly random scribbles that I drew in, there was the before the idea that, so I guess the price was there when I drew those in. So it's like it might go up here, like bounce off the top of that level and bounce back down, and then kind of down to like forming another higher low, and then up or rejected. But as it is, it obviously went a little bit further. It's been a bit more buoyant than that, but has come back down. And now, as I was saying, just like bouncing off that order block, using it as support effectively, just eating at the buy orders that are in there. And if that level fails, we might still see that formation and then up, which potentially could be as low as like 91. Be a bit surprised, but that could. So as long as it retains this structure and that trend, and even coming down to 91.5 would still like be well within that trend, I think, and that would still be very bullish for a continuation. But yeah, if it doesn't, then we might see it drop down to more like who knows, maybe 74, 75, but still then continue the bounce on up to complete the relief rally, and it probably would be wherever the 100 MA would be at that point, where it would top out. So yeah, on the 1 hour, so. Dodgy, I suppose so. It's looking the EMAs are looking a bit bearish, aren't they?
Oh yeah. That's what I was referring to. That said, if they don't cross, it normally goes quite violently in the other way, in the other direction, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, and as we're only an hour away from New York Open, it's probably, well, anything could happen.
Yeah, true. I think when they're when they're fairly shallow like that, they're not. So they're kind of veering towards crossing, but or touching at least, but there's not like a sort of sharp angle to the decline. So yeah. I think when that happens, they do tend to just kind of like a aeroplane coming into land sort of thing, and then just and up and away again.
Yeah.
So yeah, short term we might see a little bit of a wobble there, but that very much seems like it's just going to have that wobbly for the next couple of hours or whatever, and then unless it absolutely surprises us, which when did Bitcoin ever do that? But unless it's that, excuse me, then to the upside, I would think.
and then I'll probably do some sort of mad price action over the weekend, leave a massive CME gap, which then we can worry about next week.
yeah, hell yeah. So yes, there's that. Is there anything else that we should cover?
I'm okay myself. Anybody else got anything? Scotty's saying who's going to risk shorting Dash? Because Dash went nuts, didn't it? I'm not quite sure why. It was something to do with. Oh God, what was it to do with? Something to do with cubic miners or something. I can't remember. It was.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Oh, actually, that reminds me. On I was going to say on Quadzilla then. Like I'm riding around on Quadzilla, getting saddled up. What the hell am I saying? What did I put in my coffee? So yeah, on Maftopia, I was going to probably look at. Actually, I've kind of forgotten. Oh yeah. The like the quantum preparedness of Bitcoin, because there is stuff going on, obviously, with the just kind of various research groups just looking at making Bitcoin just a bit more kind of quantum resistant,
right?
And so there is a bit of a race going on there, because quantum computers are getting so kind of like it's breakthrough after breakthrough, essentially, including like the miniaturization of them being able to run it. It's like not having to be like some ridiculously low temperature, and so on.
Okay.
And just all sorts of things, and sort of machines being built with more and more qubits in them, but also the kind of connector things, because there's always been a bit of a bandwidth issue with the connector lines between the qubits and so on. That's as difficult a problem to solve as the stability of the qubits themselves and things. So, but that's all kind of improving day by day, really. So there's a huge race there to get crypto just a bit more kind of quantum resistant in time, kind of, So, but apparently there's like from the early days of Bitcoin, there's like about 6 million Bitcoin addresses that where there's something about them that there's like the I was saying this. I just glanced at this morning when I was half asleep on my phone, but they're a bit too open. Excuse me. So that those 6 million addresses would be the first ones that would be very much at risk, essentially, from kind of quantum level crypto cracking. So yes, so they're going to have to move pretty sharpish, I think.
Right.
So, and it also means that cause we think of bitcoins as being kind of fungible, but obviously they're not. That one sort of, well, I suppose wallet address really, or whatever. But sorry, no, the Bitcoin thing. One Bitcoin is very much not like another Bitcoin in that sense. So you get one sort of from the early days, and that they're written to the blockchain differently from the subsequent ones.
Oh right.
So, yeah.
Oh,
so
that's
yeah.
That's something I didn't know.
Because the blockchain itself is obviously immutable, because that's kind of the whole point. Mm-hmm. So any changes they make to the whether it's to the like protocol level sort of what should I call it, when they anyway, yeah, I'll have to think. So yeah, it's just something to kind of be aware of, really. But once I've read up on it again, when I'm when I'm not half asleep, I was going to do a feature on that on Maftopia about that.
So
fun thing.
if you found out that you had like some old Bitcoin,
Yeah.
and you, I mean, if you just sold it then bought it back again, does it become the new Bitcoin? And what happened to the old one?
Well, it's essentially the. By the way, I think I was talking to myself. I was doing my old man mumbling. So,
Girls.
yeah. Yeah.
Nuns.
What do you used to show? Was it beer or something as well? And it's like girls. Is it that bit?
What was it? Yeah. Drink.
Drink. Oh, that was it. Yeah. Drink. Anyway, so sorry. What there was a serious question there, wasn't there? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm completely. No. I was saying if you had like, Bitcoin from like a million years ago, and if you just sold it and then bought it back again, is it then a new Bitcoin?
It's the Bitcoins themselves are themselves immutable. So I believe. So you'd basically because like there's a thing about they can become tainted. So a particular kind of Bitcoin or the Satoshis, I suppose, would be, so if one of them had been used at some point for money laundering or just doing nefarious things that I probably shouldn't say because YouTube will take note and and so on. But if you receive one of those, then it can apparently cause problems down the line. So it's just because it by that stage it's kind of tainted. So it's worth keeping in mind. I mean, is the moral keep all of your coins on an exchange? I don't know. I hope not, because that would be very bad. But have a riffle through the coins that are in your wallet, and see where they came from, see which ones you got. That I'm sure there's some like blockchain level thing to go and have a look and scan those. I was waiting for the punchline. Yeah, me too. I was. It wasn't forming. So, Dash. Okay, that kind of set me off a bit. So, what was the thing about Dash then?
Oh, just the fact is it went up like mad. So there's a lot of people talking about when would be a good time to short it.
Okay, so this one, who's going to risk shorting Dash?
I must admit, I was looking at it very briefly this morning, thinking like, if we got any good Quadzilla signals, and you can see there you've got that super down from that peak a little while ago there. And I was trying to find something like that might give a bit of a clue as when it's going to die.
Okay. So I guess it's this on the 1 hour. Have a quick step through this, maybe the 4 hour. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Just incidentally, one of the reasons I don't really show the 5 EMA on here is because unless you're specifically using it for a particular level, like noting that the level it gets to, when these are all in the correct bullish order and it's a definite uptrend, you always kind of know that the 5 is above. But then I suppose on the downside you don't get the green, yellow, cyan, red sort of thing. It's just feels like something's missing, I suppose. But Dash on the 4 hour. Could draw. I mean, because I guess it's in. Is it actually in at a price discovery at the moment? No, not quite. Okay, it has gone quite a lot higher actually. That gives us something. So that is. I should draw it from back here, please. So that retracement level. Oh bloody hell! It didn't hit the keyboard thing, but it didn't draw. Maybe I'll do it this way. Yeah. So.
So what you're on there?
That's.
Is that the 2-day you're on there? Is it?
Yes. Yeah. Just to get a bit more of the history. So like 182.2, and it's currently at 88. So if it continued to just kind of zoom on upwards like that, and then just kind of hits that, might well expect to see a rebound there if it gets that far in this cycle, to kind of bounce off there. That might be the height. That might be. This has kind of mid-range market homeostasis things going on at kind of repeated 50% levels that all kind of agree with each other pretty much. So there's a bit of a range there. And even there, in fact, maybe from there to include the top of that bit as well. It's just going to draw in a rectangle like so. If we included that, it'd probably be slightly below that. In fact, pretty much to where it is. And I've drawn it slightly lower than those, but the reason being that we've got there is resistance there, there's resistance there, there's a little retracement level there. I say little, that spans like a week or two. That was obviously a significant level along there, so we kind of continue that one, like so, pretty much slightly off. But just, that. So in fact, yeah. Why did I draw that one? Was that from a retracement level? I think. So noticeably, the price kind of touched that level again and rejected. So I think here it's kind of coming up to that. What I guess is an order block in this case. And previously, when the price came down from that kind of humongous, when you zoom in, that humongous high there, and came down, and then kind of reached it, touched back into that same area as well. So you could view it that high was just the fact that it kind of plunged in. It was eating up orders as it went, and then the price magnet further down, that basically the sell orders, they kind of they won out and pulled it back down, tried to reach up again, but didn't do it. That was its own relief rally then, I guess. And now it's taking another run up, isn't it? It's going to try again, but so far hasn't really managed to even get in there. So that's as a certain YouTuber says, that's a big girthy candle right there. But has it worn itself out in doing that, or is it kind of, because it's get very tall wicks on both of those so far, suggesting that even though they're pumping like crazy, there's a lot of downward pressure there. So I suspect a lot of people are shorting Dash quite a lot at those points, or certainly just selling. So just well, in fact, yeah, more selling really, just putting in the aggressive sell orders. So yeah, interesting one. It's kind of got to that level there as well. Should I draw one in there? Maybe. Kind of that. In fact, that kind of went back to the top of that candle, the close of that candle as well. So probably a significant area, and that's exactly where it's kind of struggling in at the moment. So it's definitely got resistance there, where it currently is, to break through. And I think there'll be resistance here as well. But if it can smash up through the sort of cloudy skies just there, then it'll be off on a big old run, I think.
So probably not short just yet then.
I think that's depends if you usual things. You're looking for a swing short or a kind of intraday scalpy sort of thing. I mean that in itself is kind of interesting. Now looking at this on the 1 hour, it's kind of dipped up into that liquidity area. So definite resistance there until it obviously broke above it. Bang! It's that kind of try 1, try 2, and so on and up. Now, we're through. Let's go, guys. Oh, back down. Just can't get away from it. So just ranging at the moment. Positive, upward ranging, but still, So ideally, I'd like Dash to retest and fail its recent high and fail, because that's a 10% pump, which is pretty good. Yeah, that would seriously hurt your short if the buyers come back. Yeah, I think that's true. Okay, so
cool.
Dash. I probably need to finish actually.
No worries. I just noticed other things Scotty said.
Sure.
He said US Senate to restart Bitcoin and crypto market structure bill discussions today, allegedly. We probably do need some news to sort of kick it one way or the other, don't we? Really, but
yeah. I mean, was this the Brian Armstrong thing? Is it Brian Armstrong? Coinbase guy, and the Clarity Act and so on. Because he objected to that, didn't he? Because as it turned out, I think that the banks had kind of got their clause into the wording, so that it was kind of tipped like very much kind of in favour of the banks, and not so good for crypto coins generally, I think. So that there was a bit of that going on.
Typical.
Yeah, but
cool.
It seems that that this time Coinbase are our heroes. They're kind of fighting the fight there as it goes. So, I mean, obviously they've got a very vested interest in it, but good to have them on the same side as us for a change. So, yeah,
excellent. Right, thank you. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll just say, yeah.
Thank you very much for coming along. As ever, you can find out more about Quadzilla by going to savewith.crypto.org/QZ, or you can scan that QR code up in the corner of the screen right now. What's that?
Bring out the thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So that's where savewithcrypto.org/QZ takes you to. That will show the price in pounds, dollars, or euros, depending on where you are in the world. The annual fee works out much, much cheaper. And if you do want to pay with crypto, then get in touch with us, because we will do you a really good deal for if you're paying in crypto. So there's that. I have also pinned at the top of the chat a link for Bitunix. This offer just gets better and better. So you've got the 50% deposit bonus for deposits up to $1,000. So if you deposit $1,000, trade once, you get $500 for free trading bonus. There's trading volume bonuses you get, and that applies to people like existing users who've used our link. You can get up to like $300 there by just getting your trading volume up to a reasonable amount, and it's really easy. I mean, I'm trading with about $400 or $500 on Bitunix. My trading volume is at about 350,000 at the moment, which means I'm eligible for like $100 for free at the end of the campaign, which is the 30th of January, by the way. And then what happened yesterday was the affiliate guy got in touch with me, and he said, I want to help you out. There's a lot of people signing up using your link, they're depositing, but they're not trading. So I want to give them like airdrops for free to encourage them to trade. So free money, more free money, and free airdrops. What more do you want? No KYC. You don't have to tell them who you are, but do check it out. savewithcrypto.org/Bitunix. The link is at the top of the chat, and it's also in the description down below.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Right, that's
one thing also, I guess we talked about this briefly, but I think, so we're talking about basically easing access to the Discord a bit, I think. So like if, so obviously currently you can join the Discord for free, but you kind of just get the announcement channels essentially, so you can't partake in conversations and so on. But in order to get full access, you would need to either buy Quadzilla or sign up with one of the affiliate links and actually trade a bit, and then DM one of us. But we're thinking should just make it a bit easier. So if people just join like for free and then DM one of us, and we'll probably just add you in. Going to do it that way.
Yeah. And then we can get some good conversations going on there. It has gone a little bit quiet in there, I must admit, at the moment. So we could probably do with some new blood in there, and that could be people who maybe aren't so experienced at trading, who just want to find out stuff, and just remember that there's no stupid questions. Well, there probably are a few, but the
we'll be sure to tell you as well, politely.
yeah, but no, seriously though, the only stupid question is the one you don't ask. So you're more than welcome.
So keep that one to yourself. I know what you mean, but yeah, keep that one to yourself then.
Okay, brilliant. Right, thank you, Maff. Thank you everyone who came along today. It's quite busy in the end, wasn't it? It's not bad at all, actually. So please, all of you, please do make sure that you do like the stream, and make sure you are subscribed and all that kind of stuff. I'll probably do a couple of videos or something over the weekend. And otherwise we'll be back on Monday, so have a lovely weekend, and thank you everyone.
Okay, cheers.
All right, cheers. Right, bye then. Right, where's the on off? Bye.
Bye.